South Africa looks at increasing the use of biofuel as the petrol price continues to rise. And 58 passengers injured after the bus they were travelling in overturned on a rural road at Mahlatini near Pietermaritzburg. I'm Richard Brooks. South Africa is looking at increasing the use of biofuel as the petrol price continues to rise. Rural Development and Land Reform Minister Gugile Nkwinti has made this clear while handing over 25 irrigation farms worth 350 million rand to emerging farmers at Cradock in the Eastern Cape. They are to produce sugar beet for biofuel production at a 2 billion rand plant. Nkwinti hopes the Cradock project will pave the way for other similar ventures.
This is going to be a national demonstration plant to be built at Cradock here. Because it's not only the Eastern Cape, it's other provinces as well, like KwaZulu-Natal, Mpumalanga even, and there could be others, but those certainly. So what's going to happen here is have a plant here which will demonstrate that this thing can be done. South Africa can actually produce fuel from crops like sugar beet, sugarcane, etc.
58 passengers have been injured after the bus they were travelling in overturned on a rural road at Mahlatini near Pietermaritzburg in the KZN Midlands. Netcare 911 spokesperson Chris Botha.
A passenger bus overturned on a rural road. We're uncertain exactly as to how it happened, but when we arrived there was a total of 58 people that were injured. 6 of them sustained serious injuries. The others all escaped with relatively minor injuries. They were treated on scene and then transported to the Edendale Hospital in Pietermaritzburg for further treatment.
The DA's Helen Ziller today visits the volatile town of Sterkspruit in the Eastern Cape to engage with the community on what it needs to turn its situation around. Sterkspruit has been in the news lately with a series of violent protests that resulted in the total shutdown of the town, as well as the death of a teenage boy in a clash between the police and protesters early in February. Unati Ben Ose reports.
The community of Sterkspruit has been calling for a standalone municipality, breaking away from the ANC-run Singqo municipality, which they accuse of neglecting their town. The protests died down after a visit by Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs Minister Richard Baloyi, who made it clear to the community that he does not have the powers to grant them their wish of a standalone municipality, pointing them to the demarcation board. It's not clear what DA leader Helen Ziller brings to the table for this community, but is expected to take full advantage of the anti-ANC sentiment that were expressed by many during the protests here. Unati Bingose, SABC News, Sterkspruit.
The DA's David Mania is being probed by Parliament's Joint Standing Committee on Defence for his comments at a committee meeting. Mania has repeatedly accused President Jacob Zuma of failing to accurately explain the purpose and costs of the aborted mission to the Central African Republic. Mania has refused to apologize for the comments at a committee meeting.
The President said in his letter that the total expected expenditure would be 65 million. But in the letter that was then sent to Parliament, clarifying the situation, the President then conceded that the expected cost would be 21 million rand a month, which over 5 years at current force levels would be 1.2 billion rand.